And we are live. Happy Memorial Day if you're here in the States. I am so excited to jump in for an impromptu live right here, right now with the amazing, the incredible. I'm so honored and excited to introduce to you the Visibility Success Academy coaching team. I realize we haven't introduced you amazing ladies to the community, and we have enrollment finalizing by tomorrow. So I wanted you guys to come in and share your role in the Visibility Success Academy, and Rochelle, your experience as an alumni of the Visibility Success Academy. So thank you both for being here. Let me introduce you first of all to Rochelle Kitchen, who has been a client and a colleague and a friend going on now, I think, over 4 years, and is joining the Visibility Success Academy coaching team, the Inspired Voice coaching team, to add support and mentorship and momentum to this incredible new bundle that we have created for people to get implementation support and results. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Rochelle.
Welcome. So happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be a part of this. This is awesome.
Yay. And the lovely and fabulous Megan Apple is our Chief Client Experience Officer, who is devoted and dedicated to you getting the results that you signed up for and making sure no one falls off the train or is lacking for support in any direction. And I know some of you may be talking with her as we schedule some calls for you to decide if this is the right fit for you right now. This is the lovely Megan Apple. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks you guys so much. Rochelle, I want to jump right in with you because you have been a client of mine for going on these 4 years or maybe more now, and have been with the Visibility Success Academy since it was an idea in my head, both of the pilots and that you've been implementing some of these tools. So can you tell us just a little bit, or as much as you want, about what it was like before, and we'll share some of the cool things that you have going on as the result of having this streamlined system.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle. Guys, what Michelle has put together is really like cooking with gas now. I mean, it was before, but it has really been up leveled. And back when I started working with Michelle, it was like with Make Videos That Sell, I believe, and then
that's right,
the VSA. And I was fumbling. I was not sure when to post, what to post, knew I wanted to get visible, especially on video, and was just struggling to really do that. And through Make Videos That Sell, and then moving into the VSA, I was able to up level the tiny steps that I was already taking, and that encouragement, that empowerment, and as Michelle talked about at the top, that structure for implementation. That was probably the most powerful. And I have been using those techniques and those strategies for well over 4 years now. Yeah. And whew, I gotta tell you,
I just got goosebumps. Yeah, tell us what's going on.
It is like, I can't even tell you how easy, how fulfilling it is that I have. And Michelle, the running joke is all about my binders, because I have like 6 binders, 2 per
quarter. Binders are amazing. I don't have the binder gift, so I admire.
I'm a binder girl. And I have binders of content that talk about, my bullet points for going live. I now have a structure for the year in terms of themes. That's my girl Bella. She's a little upset. Sorry about that.
That's all right, Bella.
But I have a structure for the year in terms of topics. And that was just all about using the visibility success structure to start to learn what my audience wanted, and then rinse and repeating with those topics, and then breaking those topics down into tiny bite-sized bits. So I've got binders full of information. So when I'm busy, like Sunday was happening, and I'm like, oh goodness, I need to send a Sunday Love email to my list. Go to the binder, and I was able to rinse and repeat something that I had done in 2019
So good.
Turn that live into some bullets to a value purposed email in very little time.
You have said so much that I know for me, when the reason Visibility Success Academy came to exist was that I was like scattershot visibility, spaghetti at the wall, just go do it. And that was great. But you've said so many things here that people, you and I may not even like really truly appreciate. So I'm going to ask the folks watching, if you're here, say hi, let us know where you're watching. I'll definitely come back and make sure that we answer any questions and such as well. And Megan, you can always tag Megan and she'll get in touch with you too. You've said a lot in terms that you and I may take for granted. Like imagine knowing that you had like go-to content and you knew exactly how you could completely repurpose it, refreshen it for new eyes, new audience, new times, but never having to struggle or sit down and sweat over a 3-hour ordeal to get an email out, right? Yeah. That's what you're talking about. Like
20 minutes from me knowing what the topic was for the week, going to the binder, okay, which live where I talked about this topic, oh, I'm going to pull from this one and this one. It took 20 minutes.
So powerful. And we're going to jump to some of the results that you're getting as well. But the other thing that I heard you say that is so important, we don't want to skim over, is that you learned as you went, right? You learned through implementation. And not only did you learn like what kind of content to create and how it was going to help people, but that you learned how to create a rhythm. So you skipped over like the Sunday love email. That's a rhythm that you created that worked for you. Can you talk a little bit about how the power of that has helped? And if you want to share your rhythm, you can let us know about your own weekly show and such as well.
Absolutely. So again, just starting out, the first time I went live, or maybe like the first 2 times, I was sideways. And I was tempted to delete it, but through working with Michelle, I was like, no, we're going to leave it because the content was good. Even though I was sideways, people were saying, oh, wow, that's a good point. And they were commenting. And then that kept me implementing. And so to your point, Michelle, is having that structure. Then I was doing a weekly show on Wednesdays at 2:00. And every week I would ask my group, what do we want to talk about? And that's how that structure came into be. And we have the binders and the topics that, the broad topics and the themes for the month came from all of that.
Yeah. So you guys, if you're watching or if you're watching the replay, think about that. That was, 2018, 2019. So now you heard her say, like, I have a year of content. Right. So imagine all of those lives that she's done. She's learned how to repurpose that content into other formats and vice versa. And she's now got these binders that she's able to go back to and repurpose, as well as she also said, I have a framework for the year. And I think maybe, Rochelle, this is the 2nd year now that you've been following, or maybe the first year.
It's almost coming into 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That you've been following a rhythm that works for you, that's sustainable, that fits in with your jam. Yeah. And so that's really powerful. And I've been doing the same thing. And we have other clients who are eager to jump into the Visibility Success Academy for the 2nd and some 3rd time because of the potency in this and because we've added this implementation piece. So Rochelle, just before we hop into Megan's check-in and to tell us what she's cooking up for us here, I would love for you to talk about some of the results that you're experiencing. I know you have one-on-one clients and group coaching clients, and you're featured in books and you're writing a book. Can you tell us some of what you have cooking up as you've gained and implemented this momentum over time?
The biggest thing that I can say to those watching and those that are going to catch the replay is that you're going to get super clear on how to speak your message. Now someone can wake me out of my sleep and I can say exactly what I do and how I do it. And the results that you get from that type of clarity, Michelle already mentioned that. I get offers to speak. I get offers to do co-collaborative books. I am writing my own book. And that just has...
With a signed publishing deal.
Yes, with a signed publishing deal. And that leads to more visibility, which opens more opportunity, which creates more momentum, which creates more visibility, which opens more opportunity. And it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. And once you have this framework, where in the VSA, we're going to really help you implement so that you start to put together this framework, you can always inject freshness and new eyes and reach more people that you want to serve. That's really the bottom line of it all.
I love it. I love it. Are there any other ways that you have seen your visibility specifically grow in terms of partnerships or higher level access to people that you could talk about or share with us?
Absolutely. The more visible you get, the more you get your name out there, you have people that want to partner with you. On my last part of my whole process is when I started to do a challenge and partner with other people, and partnering on my 5-week program that came out of all of this visibility. So you're going to have evergreen products that, if that's your jam and something that you want to do. So the possibilities are endless. They're only limited by your imagination on where you want to go.
I love it. That's why we weave in the whole premise of my work and visibility success in my world is transformation happens through the implementation, but also that your alignment and your message coming from your inspiration are like rocket fuel for your business. Yeah. So I love what you shared about imagination, and how do we take that imagination and turn it to momentum and impact and implementation and income, honestly, right? We got to come from that imagination. And that's why this business is called Your Inspired Voice, because the inspiration is bigger, it's faster, it's more potent, it's more powerful than us sitting here trying to figure stuff out, right?
Yes.
Do you want to talk at all, before we hop into Megan, we really are going to, I promise, about having the mentorship, having the support, the community, the framework, how has that impacted your results and clarity?
Like the commercial says, it's priceless. And you guys will get to know, I'm going to be straight up with you and always tell you like it is. There were times, and this will happen, because as we grow and we expand, and we are seeing those little mindset things that I call gremlins show up. And they stall us and they stop us. But having that mentorship and having the community that you're going to have in VSA will help you bust through that. And you can have support and not sit and stewing and ruminating and beating yourself up because you're not showing up in the way that you think you should. You're going to have people that are going to mirror back to you your own message and what you are capable of. And that's going to boost your confidence and allow you to get visible and stay in that cycle of visibility, connecting, all of it.
Yeah. Can I put you on the spot a little bit? Is there any specific time you can recall where that happened for you, whether it was from the community or from our work together, where you were like in it or unclear and not knowing, and being able to go through, use the tools that we have and have the mentorship. And one of the things we do is hold this really, sacred container, right? There's the part of the work that I do is about being witnessed, being visible, being vulnerable. So all at the same time by other people who are also being witnessed, being visible, being vulnerable, right? So people that are taking the same risk, they're daring. Michelle's also a member of our Dare to Soar experience. And so anything about that, like a time when you can, anything specific pop up of a time when you can remember where like you were, I'll stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there were many, but one for saying that was, I remember a time, I believe I was coming from court for my dad's case or something, and things were going well. And I got on the call and just burst into tears. I just burst into tears. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know. And it was the day of my show. I was like, I can't do it. I'm just going to let it go. And having the support, one from the group, to say, to validate what was real. Life happens. Even though we're building a business, life happens. And just having that validation. But then I remember something you said to me, and going back to the system on how we can use what is happening for us to share our message wider. And so I was able to just, after we got off the call, write down 2 or 3 bullets about vulnerability and when things don't go well. And then I could speak from my own experience. And I think my face was still tear stained, but it was.
Did you have an ugly cry online?
I was able to pull up my big girl panties and figure that out. But I was able to release that steam out of the pot because of the community and the structure that I had, and being witnessed in that vulnerability allowed me to show up in it and not hold back.
So powerful, so powerful. Thank you for reminding me that the process around being able to quickly take a moment, whether it's of your favorite moment or a learning moment, and implement that into your own message on behalf of your audience for their highest transformation in a way that leads to potential client attraction and enrollment is exactly what's happening when we're letting our marketing and our messaging become one with the work that we are called to do, so that we make a huge impact. And when we show that vulnerability and we're there with our sideways video, or in a moment when we don't feel, I gotta tell you, half the time I can go into like, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. But what I've gotten really good at, not that I don't know what I'm doing, but that I'm not sure what I'm going to say. Right. And I've gotten really good at, through the implementation practice, through visibility as a spiritual practice, at getting out of my own way, following the framework and delivering something that's bigger than me. And that's what we're teaching you how to do in the Visibility Success Academy. Super powerful. There's so much I want to say, but we had to let Megan talk too. Megan Apple is the Chief Client Experience Officer. She is also going to be supporting the participants of the Visibility Success Academy this time. Let them know what you're up to in the world, Ms. Megan, and how you're going to provide some structure and support for our participants this time.
So I have really good news for you. You actually have binders.
I have binders.
Yes.
I do. I can find one. I actually have.
You don't have them there because they will get lost in your office. You have them in, you have binders here.
Yay! I have binders in Ohio.
Yes, you just didn't know you had them.
I want binders. So good.
We're working on binders, darling. You're getting binders. So I don't think that so everything happens because of focus, commitment, and action, right? So you learn a system, you learn what you need to implement, you learn a lot, and you start taking action. And the secret behind really being able to take effective action is to develop a system and a process that works for you so that it's replicatable. You do not want to have to reinvent the wheel every time that you need to get on Facebook. You need to embrace your binders, right? You need to organize your electronic files. You need to be able to find shit, because otherwise you're spending huge amounts of time. So we simplify to implement by creating systems and processes that actually make that happen. And then there's that little tricky thing called accountability. Because, sometimes we get up in the morning and we really don't want to do it. Don't tell Michelle.
Or it feels like there's all these things that have to get done first.
Exactly. Don't tell Michelle, but sometimes I wake up in the morning and I do not want to take care of her. I'm just saying. But I have a system that allows me to do that. Yeah. So that's the secret. So my job with this great group is to not only provide mentorship, but also to really help you unsnarl. I've got the system. I need to be held accountable. I need to know really how to do it, nuts and bolts. Where do I put my binder? I'm your gal. I will tell you where to store your binder.
Yay. And Megan is also going to be helping us to make sure that folks have what they need to implement, show up. And Rochelle's also going to be helping you find course resources and getting you unstuck or giving you that little bit of languaging thing that you need in order to implement and move forward. I'm going to talk just a little bit. Thanks, you guys both. I'm so excited to have you supporting this work in the world and being so highly aligned. And just, I cherish you both so deeply. So thank you for being here and for joining this endeavor to help more transformation-based experts to have greater visibility, expanded credibility that leads to profitability. The reason why we talk about profit is that without it, you have an expensive hobby, and the frustration and the slowy muck stuff and the is it right and am I good enough can last forever, can even stop you in your tracks. So this is visibility that is actually creating the client attraction and enrollment that you want. And we do that through implementation. It is about ready to be ready and implement and learn as you go. This is not a program where I'm going to teach you my system and tell you exactly how to do it and give you or do a done for you thing. This is about you having a framework to create your own system for honing and owning your message and learning how do you talk about what you do so that people get it and the right people are like, I want that. And that's basically what we spend the whole time doing in Visibility Success Academy. It's a crash course on transformational marketing. It's not a crash course. It's an intensive, an immersion in transformational marketing from the inside out. So it is about you finding your strengths, your voice, your alignment, your rhythm, your style, and creating a system that works for you again and again, like Rochelle has. I just got excited and my head exploded. I'm honored to hold this space for people. And it's important right now so that if you have already invested in a lot of things or you've done this program and that program and the websites and the emails and the podcasts and the speaking and the summits and the giveaways and all of the things, if you're doing all of the things or you don't know which thing to do first, we focus on your strengths, your system. Through implementation, you're going to discover what works, where you're going to get real market data, real feedback. One of our Dare to Soar ladies, Mary, calls it clarity crickets if nobody responds. It's just a way to help you tweak and grow with an avalanche of support. So what we have done is this is a digital course that I've created over time for you to find your way. And that's all included, and we will move through that together. But what we're doing this time is we're adding on a 90-day visibility accelerator for us to come together, actually get your questions answered, create some content, and get your message out there. Go be visible, come back. What worked, what didn't, where did you get stuck, what was awesome, and how can you do more of that? Right? So what do you tweak? How do you tweak? So that is what we've built in. This is not just another program. And the thing that I love about what we've created with the implementation, and these guys are going to be there with me, giving you mentoring. I'm going to be doing messaging. Megan's going to make sure you've got what you need and you understand. Michelle's going to help you deal with your gremlins and find the course content and share her own experience. And she's also got her own brilliant downloadable messaging that she's been working for a long time, as does Megan. So we're going to help you implement. And that's why we've bundled in a whole bunch of in-depth support, championing, not critiquing. We come to uplift and encourage you, specific questions, all questions answered, specific support in the Facebook group, and the opportunity to implement and then implement again. So depending on where you are in your business, this program can transform this experience together that we're going to do, that we're about to embark on. It starts on Wednesday. Get signed up if you're interested, and I will share a link. Is filled with, yes, some information, but a whole bunch of process for you to find your message, your voice, your rhythm, and to implement it. So depending on where you are in your business, you could implement this rhythm 2 or 3 different times. If you have your offer that you've made it, great. If you don't have an offer, you will have, really, like this week, you will have the offer that you're focusing on for now. And once you have that offer, there's every reason that you could double your investment within this 90-day accelerator together. You'll get weekly mentoring. Of course, there's some really cool incentives for you to come and play with us and play all in. But you'll also get access to not only me, but Rochelle and Megan inside the Facebook group, making sure you have momentum and you can keep going and keep going. So thanks, you guys, for being here. Is there anything else that you want to say? Rochelle, I think we were talking about a particular story of how you use the Visibility Success Academy right before we started. Do you want to share one more story about...
Go ahead. About, because we talked about so many, and I could share so many.
Well, we were talking about, you just had an instance where you went to the binder and were able.
And that happens all the time, because just having that clarity initially around what I was going to be talking about and putting together my own system, now I have a flow. It's the Wednesday show that goes into Thursday in the Facebook group where we're asking questions about the topic, and then you get a journal prompt about that topic on Saturday. On Sunday, we do an affirmation around that topic, and then the people who aren't in the Facebook group get an email about that topic, driving them back to the live that was done midweek. And I repeat that process all the time. Sometimes we freshen it up and we meet in a Zoom setting to talk, to have a little bit more connection. But it pretty much is that same system that I've been doing it for, 3+ years. And I am on my 164th Wednesday live chat.
Yeah. Do you have them numbered? How many have you done?
About 160.
That's so good.
That's awesome.
160 weekly lives, and repurposed into the Level Up for Life
library. That's right. Thank you for reminding me about that. So then I actually take those lives, take the best ones down, and bundle them as courses and topics into my Level Up for Life library, where I now am about to launch that for a passive stream of income from giveaways, summits, and talks that I do. People go into that funnel and they eventually get the offer to the Level Up for Life library, which is a monthly membership.
That's great.
So good. So good. Awesome. Any thing you would say to your pre-VSA self from where you are today, if you were thinking about it or before you made that decision?
Don't hesitate. If you are at all thinking or you're not sure, I would invite you to get on a call with Michelle or Megan to really, get some clarity if this is right for you right now. Because what I will say, I was the go-getter. We want to roll up our sleeves. And I know you peeps in Power Up for Powerful Presence in this group. You are the roll up your sleeves type of folks, those heart-centered folks. And so you want to move up and get going. And you probably tried this thing. Michelle talked about that. But those things, while they are all great, you need to find your thing. And that's what the Visibility Success Academy is going to help you do. So if I was my first, I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't be shopping around. This was it.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Megan, do you want to share any takeaways or last minute thoughts for folks who are thinking about it, including how we can talk to them to help them decide?
Well, definitely call or email. You can get me at clientcare@michellecopper.com. My cell phone is 216-704-6568. I want to talk to you.
She's just like, here's my phone number, kids.
This is how you can find me. Call me or email me.
I will put the client care email in with the comments with the
But
link.
don't hesitate to call, because some people hate email, right? So
Yeah.
I'd love to talk it
Or
through.
Messenger. Mm-hmm.
See if it's a good fit. You can messenger me, Megan Apple. You can connect with me on Facebook. You can put a note in the group. But let me know how I can help support you to make a great decision for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a conversation that could lead to big things for you. So
Big, huge up
please
levels.
step out and have that conversation, I would say.
For sure.
Awesome. Awesome. And I, of course, am also always here. If anybody feels like they need to talk to me, we can make that happen as well. And if I have any questions, or if you just want to know anything particular to me, we're all in for you to be all in. We only want the folks who have signed up already are amazing. They are so excited. We have had 3 early enrollment bonus calls all about your inspired offer. You're going to get access to those replays, and they're so excited. They're already popping with ideas. A couple of them already have clients that they've enrolled since we started the early calls. So we know that this works, and we're here for it to help you work efficiently, effectively, and from that place of inspiration and alignment. And so I can honestly say that no one has yet gone through this process and not had really powerful results from consistency showing up, from confidence with their message and messaging, and of course to client enrollment. So we're all in for you. Thank you, ladies, for being here with me on celebrating Memorial Day. Honor to the vets here in the states, and for taking a moment to jump in and share your experience, and for being a part of this catalyst, this impetus, this mechanism that we are holding for people to accelerate the transformation on the planet, to get your message out there and have it transform the people you're meant to help, because so many people are looking for that right now. And the bells ring and the angels sing, and it's time for us to say goodbye for now. Reach out to Megan. You can tag us. I've got the link in the Facebook group. I'll post them on the other places where we're streaming. If you don't have all the clients you want and confident, consistent visibility that's really working to help you grow your business, then this will help. And we also have people coming in who are at a really high level of accomplishment and sustainability in their business, who are coming in again because they know the power of the container that we build and hold together. So you're invited to play with us if it's a good fit for you, and we're here to help you feel clear on whether that is now or not. All right, my friends. Thank you, ladies, for being here. And we'll talk to you all soon. There's the button. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. See you soon.